10 ways you can make narcissists suffer and regret messing with your life. Have you ever felt like someone in your life is always manipulating you to get what they want? Perhaps they use guilt, pity, or even flattery to get their way. This behavior is, unfortunately, a hallmark of narcissists, who have an inflated sense of self-importance and seem to be completely self-centered. It can be frustrating and exhausting to deal with someone like this, but don't worry. Here are 10 ways you can turn the tables and make a narcissist in your life suffer. Number 1. Simply ignore them. The simplest yet most effective method to make a narcissist suffer is to ignore them. It can be frustrating to deal with a narcissist because they are often so absorbed with their own sense of self. By employing various techniques like not responding to their messages, the narcissist is subtly dismissed. It's important to show them that you don't care about what the narcissist thinks or feels about you. Doing so will lead the narcissist to feel helpless as their world falls apart. Taking away the power from a narcissist can make them feel weak and exposed, and this is why it's a particularly effective method. Number 2. Do not make excuses for being yourself. When a narcissist does everything in their power to tear down your beliefs and make you feel inadequate or small, it's easy to get defensive and apologize for who you are. They feel empowered when you do this, and it's almost as if you are giving them permission to keep doing it. You may have been told that your values and preferences are irrelevant and incorrect, and that you should apologize for showing who you are. Nonetheless, don't apologize for being yourself. Keep standing up for yourself, even if it isn't always easy to do so. Don't give them the pleasure of making you feel bad about who you are. You do not need their validation or approval because, like everyone else, you're deserving of respect, love, and consideration. Number 3. Don't let them exploit you. Narcissists derive happiness from always being the center of attention. However, if you are not cautious, they will take advantage of you. They know how to manipulate others to feel guilty and responsible to get what they desire with the least amount of effort. In return, they offer little or nothing. They hate it when you stand up to them and reject their attempts to use and exploit you. Never feel bad about denying their demands, and never ever put them before you. Remember that narcissists are self-centered, and they do not care about anyone or anything else but themselves. Number 4. Ignore their provocative remarks. One of the ways to make narcissists unhappy is to tune out their remarks. Narcissists take pleasure in being judgmental of others and putting them down. If you are someone who is sensitive to criticism, it may be challenging not to take their criticism personally. However, it's worth noting that people with poor self-esteem often criticize others to feel better. Instead of being offended when they say something hurtful to you, take a deep breath and remind yourself that this person does not add anything valuable to your life. In fact, they only heap their own insecurities onto you. It's essential to remember that outperforming them should never make you feel bad. It doesn't matter what they think of you, they criticize you because they're not happy with themselves. Number 5. Don't let their words break your spirit. Narcissists tend to act with only their own interests in mind. They will stop at nothing to be winners and representatives of correctness. Even if it means harming you, they will go to any extent to get what they want. They have a talent for manipulating others, and what they say to you is always related to their emotions and desires rather than the actual facts. They will have you believe that you are the center of their universe. Nevertheless, that's not the case. You will gain nothing by letting their words shape your self-image. That said, it's imperative to ignore narcissists' negative comments or attempts to bring you down. Don't let them bother you. Number 6. Call out their misbehavior. Narcissists have high opinions of themselves and believe they are superior to others. They are also hypersensitive to negative feedback and will go to great lengths to avoid any public disapproval. Narcissists have a knack for shifting blame to others and making it look like they are not at fault. To make them miserable, you must call them out when they behave poorly or treat you harshly. Avoid being too kind or genial, as it can lead to further mistreatment. Narcissists cannot stand being perceived as less than perfect, so they will attempt to avoid situations where their flaws can be exposed. Number 7. Find contentment in your own life. It's worth noting that finding contentment in one's own life is a highly effective way to bring misery upon a narcissist. Narcissists struggle to accept it when they realize others are flourishing without them. This behavior results from being overly preoccupied with their own desires and requirements. To make the narcissist suffer, display how content you are with your life. Rather than relying on the narcissist for support or validation, find joy in other places, such as people and hobbies that make you happy. The narcissist may not be interested in your happiness, but that doesn't stop them from deriving pleasure from your agony. Don't let the narcissist interfere with your happiness. Number 8. Believe in yourself. We know that narcissists avoid those who are self-assured and confident. They want to tear you down to make themselves feel more important. It's because they are insecure and seek validation from others. Therefore, being confident in who you are and what you have accomplished is an effective way to make a narcissist suffer. They explode with rage when their sense of superiority is threatened or when others display confidence that surpasses their own. By believing in ourselves, we become less vulnerable to the traps a narcissist lays out for us, hence preventing them from causing suffering. Number 9. Don't give them any attention. Completely disregarding narcissists is the way to go. They thrive on attention and crave being the center of everything. They will stop at nothing to achieve this goal. In their presence, it's tempting to engage them in conversation just to keep them at bay. However, this only encourages their behavior and makes them more time-consuming in the future. Instead, ignore them outright and focus your attention on you. Narcissists possess a short attention span, so if they perceive that they are not making headway with you, they will move on to someone else. Number 10. Hold your standards. Since narcissists don't care about your views, it's critical to be explicit about your limits and maintain them. Don't allow the narcissist to manipulate you or ask you to do things for them that you don't want to do. You cannot give in to their demands. If they continue to persist until you give in or give them their way, it is now time to take action. Disregard the person or the discussion. Don't allow them to make you feel poor for upholding your boundaries. Continue to protect your standards, refuse, and cause them discomfort. Remember that all of this is part of the narcissist's plan to maintain their fragile self-worth by avoiding circumstances that make them appear inferior. The only true way to overcome a narcissist and defeat them is to cut them out of your life and all ties with them. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a comment, like it, and subscribe to our channel. We would benefit a lot from it. Thank you for watching this video and have a nice day.
So everyone, have you ever been in a situation where someone in your life continuously manipulates you to get what they want? It can be frustrating and exhausting, can't it? Unfortunately, this behavior is often seen in narcissists who have an inflated sense of self-importance and are completely self-centered. But today, we just learned some important ways you could do to turn the tables and make a narcissist in your life suffer. Let's summarize this again. Firstly, the simplest yet most effective method to make a narcissist suffer is to ignore them. Yes, you've heard that right. Just ignore them. By not responding to their messages or actions, you're subtly dismissing them. It's important to show them that you don't care about what they think or feel about you, and taking away their power can make them feel weak and exposed. Next up, don't make excuses for being yourself. Narcissists often try to tear down your beliefs and make you feel small or inadequate. It's easy to get defensive and apologize for who you are, but don't do that. Keep standing up for yourself and don't give them the pleasure of making you feel bad about who you are. You are deserving of respect, love, and consideration just like everyone else. Another essential factor is not letting them exploit you. Narcissists love being the center of attention and know how to manipulate others to fulfill their desires. Don't feel guilty about denying their demands and never put them before you. Remember, narcissists are self-centered and don't care about anyone or anything else but themselves. It's tempting to get offended when narcissists pass hurtful commands, but it's imperative to ignore those provocative remarks. They take pleasure in being judgmental and putting others down. Instead of feeling bad what they said, remind yourself that this person doesn't add anything valuable to your life, and never forget that what they think of you doesn't matter. One way to make narcissists uncomfortable is by calling out their behavior. They believe that they are superior to others and become super sensitive to disapproval. Don't be too kind or genial while confronting them, as it can lead to further mistreatment. Narcissists can't stand to be perceived as anything less than perfect, so calling them out can be effective. Finding contentment in your life can be a highly effective way to make a narcissist suffer. Narcissists struggle to accept it when they understand others are flourishing without them, and it all relates to their desires and requirements. Therefore, it's crucial to find joy in other places like people and hobbies that make you happy. Believing in yourself is another effective way to make a narcissist suffer. They avoid self-assured and confident people because they want to tear them down and feel more important. So, by believing in ourselves, we become less vulnerable to the traps they lay out for us, hence preventing them from causing harm. Another crucial point is not giving them any attention because they thrive on it. It's tempting to engage in conversation to keep them at bay, but this only encourages their behavior. Instead, ignore them outright and focus your attention on you. They have a short attention span, so if they perceive that they are not making headway with you, they will move on to someone else. And last but not least, hold to your standard. Narcissists don't care about your views or limits, so it's crucial to be explicit about them and stick to them. It's essential not to give in to their demands or allow them to manipulate you into doing things you don't want to do. Continue to protect your standards, reviews, and cause them discomfort. The one true way to overcome a narcissist is to cut them out of your life and all ties with them. It's essential to keep yourself protected from their harmful behavior. So that's it. How to make a narcissist suffer and regret messing with your life. I hope you found this video helpful, and if you enjoyed this video, please leave a comment, like it, and subscribe to our channel for more amazing videos. Thank you for watching this, and have a nice day everyone.